Hello everybody and welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. I'm always Sam, I'm an artist and illustrator coming to you from Dublin in Ireland. I think I'm not gonna repeat my introduction every time we speak because we'll see each other every day. So, as I mentioned yesterday, I am knitting a Christmas jumper for, of course, Christmas, and we'll knit this together. So the idea is to knit this jumper. It's a free pattern from Yarbo. You can find the links below in the description. And we'll add a colorwork design as well, free pattern from Yarbo. If you want to see the design and if you want to ask Yarbo to share with you the design, unfortunately the pattern that used to be free of the colorwork design is not available any longer. So the thing that I've done is tracing down the design on a piece of graph paper from the picture of a knitted jumper. So it's a bit of a guess. I can share that with you if you want, or we'll talk about colorwork when colorwork is coming up. Anyway, let's go through the pattern. This is a free pattern, so we can talk about it freely without having to be afraid of copyright situations. Let me get the right page here. So I have decided to follow the second size, which is about 98 centimeter in chest circumference. Now, I know that I'm not 98 centimeters in chest circumference. I'm more towards 110 centimeters. But the gauge I'm getting with this yarn is a bit loose. So I kind of wanted to get rid of that positive ease. Does it make any sense? Yeah, I want to get rid of a positive ease, so I went down a size. I'm settled with using 3.5 millimeter needles for this yarn. By the way, this yarn is a Rauma, which incidentally is the same yarn that I use for this Islander sweater. This is a pattern from Sandnes Garn, one of my favorite sweaters of all time. I really love it. I wear it all the time. And the yarn, look at this, it stands up amazingly well. There's not a bit of peeling out of this. So the pattern starts by talking about the left shoulder, and it says to cast on starting from the back of the neck, the middle back of the neck. So the pattern is very confusing here. I suppose it's a, I don't know, a Google Translate type of translations from Swedish. I have no idea. But I have studied the pattern. I've studied all the comments in the pattern, which are not a lot. There's no lot of projects on Ravelry. I came up with my idea of what will happen. So you cast on, in my case, the 11 stitches of the middle of the neck, which is somewhere around here. Then the pattern says work 6 centimeters, which is this piece, increase on the right side 6 times, and then cast on a number of stitches and then work the shoulder part. Now, if this is true, we'll get a shape like this. The pattern follows by saying pick up 1 stitch from the very first cast on edge. That 1 stitch is here. I couldn't make out how why it was important to pick up one stitch, and the pattern doesn't mention to pick up the other stitches or how many stitches to knit. It just says pick up and knit one stitch from cast on of the left shoulder and work as for the left shoulder but mirrored. So reading through the pattern, there was a fantastic person that said you don't need to cast on only the first stitch, pick up and knit all the 11 stitches of the cast on and then work mirrored, which should turn out something like this. Does it make any sense? This will be the back of the collar and the shoulder pad. Right. So what I have done is actually starting the entire situation, and I'll show you what I mean with that. Here we go. It's basically a spider. Let me try and make some sense out of it. Right, so you see we have our left shoulder, our right shoulder, and I am knitting that the way up. So I'm basically here now. I need to get to the end of this and then we'll see for the next step. Two things that I'm not quite happy about. One is the middle part here. The pattern says knit for 6 centimeters at the same time increase with the left leaning increases or right leaning increases from the other side. I don't think that is right. This is a very narrow neck. I mean, this is supposed to be the back of the neck and it's only 6 centimeters, so I'm going to go through that, and when I come to joining the front of the neck, I will see what's the circumference of the neck and I be able to gauge it a little bit better. Now, the thing that worries me is because we have the issue with the first stitch pickup that I just said, instead of saying pick up all 11 stitches, I'm worried that the pattern is not translated well, so I might go and check the Swedish, the original pattern, and we'll see what we are talking about. Anyway, that was it for today. I hope that this was interesting, and I really hope that makes sense for you, this little working paper situation that just fell. If you're knitting this jumper as well with me, let me know. I'll be really interested, and please consider to subscribe to this channel, and this will really help my little knitting community to grow a tiny bit. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye bye.